YouTube, it's Above Average Cody here, excited today to bring you all of my best tips for the Shroud Screen in Halo Infinite. And the reason I'm so excited is whether you grind ranked, play BTB, or even any social mode in general, this equipment is going to come in wicked handy for you guys, and there's a million different ways that you can use it to give your team an advantage out there in, again, either the arena or any social game mode that you can find it on, really. Now, the Shroud Screen, obviously, if you guys don't know, it creates kind of a smokescreen type bubble that you cannot see through. However, you guys will be able to shoot through it, throw grenades through it, and everything of the sort. It pretty much just blocks vision. However, if you're inside of it, it will block any outside sounds. So you will not be able to hear footsteps or anything of the sort. And you'll hear this little whoosh sound when you step into it because you cannot hear anything. And then, of course, you will also be losing aim assist and everything of the sort. So it pretty much blocks you or an enemy to a point where it is like they are not even there. Now, the first thing I want to get into, guys, is the best ways that I personally like to use the Shroud Screen. Now, one thing I've experienced with it is most people like to just shoot at their feet and try to protect them to close gaps in gunfights. Say you're trying to grab the skewer here, you shoot it right on the skewer, and of course you try to grab the skewer and then make a play with it. I find I get so discombobulated when I am inside and out of this, especially if there's one enemy, two enemies, or what have you. It kind of becomes a cluster F, for lack of a better word there. So what I actually like to do is I like to shoot it at the enemy. So say I'm playing for the skewer, S7 sniper here in ranked, and I'm contesting the enemy that's at sandbags, guys. I'm literally going to shoot it somewhere where it's only a problem for the enemy. So say I shoot it right here on this box. It will completely cover the entire area, which allows me to grab the skewer and get out. And by the time they run through the Shroud Screen, they're going to have no clue what happened and be none the wiser on what is happening. So instead of making yourselves a tougher gunfight in the bubble, just shoot the bubble past and use it to block lines of sight. Another perfect example of my favorite way to use this is obviously in ranked, you can find it right here on the former drop shield spawn here on live fire. The other places you can find it are on the thruster spot on streets in ranked. And I like to grab this, and if you're playing 4OS, guys, in most situations, you're going to be getting chowed here on overshield, either by sandbags or by tower. And I like to do exactly what I just showed you guys on the sniper spawn. I will literally shoot it from where I'm going to be getting challenged from so that they cannot even see me jump up to grab this overshield. And if you shoot it to the left a little bit more there, it will cover that little area that everybody likes to peek, and then you can even force them into a less favorable spot depending on where you have teammates. Obviously, same goes for sandbags, shooting it over here. And now, I will say originally I wasn't too excited for the Shroud Screen, but now that I know it's a projectile, I thought it was going to kind of be like a drop shield where you kind of drop it and it goes at your feet. There are so many different ways to use it. And then one other way that I find the most useful, again, avoid shooting at your feet and just getting that, like, discombobulation effect. Unless you're, like, here alone and you're channeling across the map, guys, and you're one-shot or whatever, just drop it and use it to kind of, like, rat away, because obviously they're not going to know which side of this gigantic bubble you're going to come out of, and they're not going to know where you were. But my other favorite way to use it is misdirection. So the example I'll give you is, say I'm over here on bridge, I don't know, maybe I want to play around sniper a little bit here. What I'll do is I will shoot the Shroud Screen in a spot where I don't intend to push, right? Say I want to play for sniper. I want to go get to sniper as fast as possible. So I'm not going to run all the way around up over to sandbags. So what I'll do is shoot it maybe like right here or something. So the enemies may think I am making a push up to sandbags through pillars, when in reality, I'm just going to go right here. And this is probably the most, like, fun and mindless way to use the Shroud Screen, because it has no effect on your gameplay whatsoever. All it does is put in the back of the enemy's mind, somebody is definitely pushing here. You could even shoot it all the way up to sandbags. Don't even shoot it at the enemy. Just let the enemy think you're an idiot, and it's like, okay, they're really going to push me from here. It's like, no, because now they're looking at the Shroud Screen. You're going to run up, grab the sniper, which obviously in this case it is skewer, and then you're going to be off to the races, and the enemy's going to be none the wiser for it. And some other stuff to know about the Shroud Screen, guys. It is 8 seconds of usage time, so the bubble lasts for 8 seconds, and then it is a 10-second regen for the Shroud Screen. So the balancing really comes in with you're not able to spam them because there will be 2 seconds of downtime where there is no Shroud Screen on the map. You are able to hold up to 4 of them. I'm obviously just shooting them everywhere because I'm in academy training with unlimited ammo on, but there will be 2 seconds, so don't plan on just spamming this thing. Try to pocket it, use it wisely, and be ready to use it. I recommend either making a push or trying to secure something, because again, if I'm trying to get this sniper, guys, and I have enemies coming, I may put it right here because this will cover both the angles. I'm going to grab it, and then I could probably drop down, and then, of course, shoot it up tower, block any enemies that are trying to get tower. I mean, putting it here also blocks tower because, as you saw, I had to jump to see it. But if you have multiple enemies there, just put it up there. And of course, it is a bubble, guys. You obviously see this. I don't really have to explain it. But it will go through walls, floors, anything of the sort. Perfect example. So if I do shoot it right here, if you go down below, it will cover even more down through, no matter what. It is a full sphere, whether it's going through a wall or anything or what have you. So even if you want to like protect a teammate down here, even if you shoot it here, it will do some blocking for down here as well. Just a fun little tidbit about it. And just to recap, guys, again, 8 seconds of time for the bubble being on the map active, and then 10 seconds of regen time. Again, you lose aim assist through it. You lose sound when you're inside of it. And it's worth mentioning, a well-placed threat sensor will show enemies inside of the bubble, but you will not regain aim assist on that enemy. So you'll be able to see them, but it's not going to be as easy as just taking a gunfight because you won't have aim assist and such. But it is worth throwing grenades into it because they will go right in and blow up. It does not block any damage, any projectiles, nothing. You can shoot cleanly through it. The main advantage is that you cannot see through it at all. So basically, guys, I've compared it to a smoke screen in Call of Duty. It's pretty much the same idea. All the mechanics apply, you know, shoot it at your feet. But again, it is worth remembering. I get super confused when I'm trying to take a 1v1 fight through here because obviously no aim assist. If you're in a 1v1 with an enemy, you just put it at your feet. It gets super tough, super confusing. I prefer to just avoid that confusion and silliness altogether by either shooting at the enemy or just shooting it so that I can make my getaway with it. And guys, I think that pretty much covers every single thing I could think of for the Shroud Screen. Again, just try to think about it a little differently. I just see people pick it up and shoot it right at their feet. I really don't think that's the biggest brain play ever. I love using it to just block enemies' lines of sight because how annoying is it when you are lining up a sniper shot or you've got an enemy one-shot or something, and you just all of a sudden can't see. You'll be amazed at how much harder it is to hit that final headshot when you just straight up cannot see the enemy. So guys, get out there, go be more creative with the Shroud Screen, and of course, subscribe to the channel. We literally upload every single day in the form of full-length videos and shorts, all Halo lately, and we live stream it 5 days a week, guys, mostly ranked, so be sure to hit that sub button, leave a like on the video as well, leave a comment, guys. Are you liking the Shroud Screen? Are you hating the Shroud Screen? Personally, I think it makes a lot of these maps play differently, especially when you don't have something like a drop shield here anymore. But to be honest, I think it's good they put it here on live fire, and that's why I want to show you guys this map, because I think this map has the most utility for it and the most different ways to go about using it. And I think it's a pretty fun piece of equipment. I think it's cool, and I definitely think it is a nice addition. So let me hear your thoughts down below, guys. Other than that, channel membership, super thanks. If you'd like support monetarily, it helps me out as a creator a whole lot. But please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys. Like I said, go get creative with the Shroud Screen. Interested to hear how you guys like to use it. And that does it for me for this one. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.